Good evening, viewers and subscribers. This is BVI Channel 1. We are live on the program Political Review, and I still remain as Lieutenant Peters. Today, we're going to talk about Enugu. Enugu has two Obi-Dient candidates, and we are looking at who among them should Ndi Enugu vote for. And not just for Enugu State, but all other states where obedience won through the presidential election, and even where their votes were suppressed, like Rivers State and other states, Bauchi, where mainly obedience won and the INEC magic turned it upside down. So come 18th of March is another day where the obedience will reaffirm their victory at the presidential election. But our point of reference today would be Enugu State, because Enugu State have been in the news within the obedient families, where we have obedient candidates from two different parties. And the question arose, is obedient movement just for Labour Party, or obedient movement bigger than Labour Party? We are going to listen to the man of the moment, the beacon of hope and the symbol of obedient movement, talking about Peter Obi, reinstating these facts. And when we come back, you are open to calls where you can make your submission by calling 0810-4545-533 to make your submission as to who the obedient should vote for, while I bring in our team of analysts in the studio to analyze what truly is obedient movement and who are the obedients expected to vote for come 18th of March at the state governorship and state assemblies election. Let us quickly hear from Peter Obi, and I'll be right back. Don't go away.
He asked me now about issues of Lagos, and I've said there shouldn't be ethnic tension. People should go out and vote for Badebo. It's the right candidate. Like they go out and vote in other areas, even where I mentioned that if you have competent people in other parties, vote for them. Let me tell you in Enugu, let me start with the issue of Enugu. The issue of Enugu is because the Aisha Yusuf tweeted in support of Frank Mweke. Let me clarify to you now. The obedient movement are not necessarily Labour members. I have people who are supporting me today as a presidential candidate who have nothing to do with Labour Party. The obedient members of obedient family have their own choices. I can't question them. And a few of them, we're urging people to support. And where we're going to have partnership, like if you go to like Cross River State, where we have someone like Professor Simon on the Senator, running under PDP, an excellent candidate. So we support them. For me, it is about having competent, credible people who have proven integrity and track record that can do well. It's not just about saying, oh, it must be Labour Party always. No. It is verifiable and straightforward. Chijioke Edonga is our candidate. And that I stand with.
That is it from Peter Obi, and I guess you are by now know what obedient movement is all about. Now, between Edonga, who is the governorship candidate of Labour Party for Enugu State, and Frank Nweke Jr. of APGA. Who among them do you think, from the explanation of Peter Obi, has the capacity, the character to deliver good governance for Enugu, who actually understands the problem of Enugu? We are going to assess them based on their track record and based on their conviction, and not being, carried away by opportunists who want to catch in on the Obi-Dient movement to get access to power. That is exactly what we're trying to avoid in this program, to sensitize Enugu on doing the needful by voting the right candidate. In Enugu State today, we have Labour Party, which is the platform upon which Obi-Dients are carrying about this political ballot revolution happening across Nigeria. Now, with respect to that of Frank Nweke Jr. being an APGA governorship candidate, but had over time re-emphasized his commitment to the Obi-Dient movement from day one, even at the time when many of these politicians we are not seeing anything within the Labour Party or taking Obi-Dient movement seriously. So we now look at these men from the track record of what we had in the past. Who among them truly is obedient to the core? And that is why we are on air. You can help us share this video. You can drop your comment on the comment section, and come 18th of this month, just a day, just remaining just one day before the election happens on Saturday. Who would Enugu route for their governorship election? Would they go for Frank Nweke Jr., who is obedient but not in the Labour Party? Or would they go for Edoga, who is, I can say, the governorship candidate of Labour Party, but is far less obedient? According to Aisha Bello, who had made a tweet which Peter Obi also acknowledged. Okay, between the two, who should Ndi Enugu vote for? That is what we are to discuss. If you have any submission with respect to this, you can help us come up with your own submission. And as well, you can also share this live video. We're doing this live video as our last shot to, tell Ndi Enugu on what and how they should vote and why they should come out massively to vote. Not just Ndi Enugu, but all Nigerians across each state. Those of you who are conversant with the video I published recently about Peter Obi in Lagos, and asking the Obi-Dient families to massively vote for the Labour Party governorship candidate. And I can tell you, it has been hot. Let us take this call. Hello, this is BVI Channel 1, and you are live on the program on Political Review. What's your name, please? Hello? Hello, the caller on the phone.
I know.
I think the caller on phone didn't even know that we have picked a call. But if you're calling, be sure that you are fully concentrated to join this program and to make your submission. All right, we are still on the program Political Review, and we are looking at the election that will be happening on 18th of March, and we are also reviewing particularly Enugu State between Edoga and Frank Nweke Jr., who is more obedient. And for the avoidance of doubt, Obi-Dient movement transcends beyond Labour Party. Acts P2B have highlighted very clearly. Okay, P2B have highlighted that very clearly. I'm doing this program just to a way to finally sensitize and inform the Obi-Dient families on what is expected of them. Okay, what is expected of Obi-Dient families worldwide. Okay, now I'll be going straight on to bring on our team of analysts who will be joining on this program for their own contribution and critical analysis on this issue very briefly, because I don't want to spend too much time. A lot of people had a lot of things to do to, talk on this subject. It's very important that we deliberate on this very briefly, then we call it a night, and hopefully Enugu would be able to do the needful. And as a matter of importance, please help me disperse this very information that there is a pen they said they have imported that they want to use to rig the election. We are still looking at that very video and also investigating that, but nevertheless we can't leave any chances to these political hawkers who would like to take advantage of the election. They've known that the people are aware of their games and how they want to rig the election, so they are trying other means to see how they can actually obtain the votes. Okay, we have our team of analysts already seated, and we would like, before we bring him on, exercise some patience, or you just give us your entry, then we'll go back and review what P2B said about Obi-Dient movement, then we'll come back and do the discussion very briefly. The person on the call, please, your introduction very briefly.
Good evening.
Good evening. I think that is Olisa.
Yeah, this is Olisa.
Olisa, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
All right, we are talking about Enugu State and having two Obi-Dient candidates. What is your take on that?
I will say this because since everyone is going for competence, and since competence are joined with obedience, I feel that we should pick the one with competence and obedience, because who knows what can happen in the future? Who knows? But I feel that since he's obedient, first of all, I was like, help people from head to from top to bottom.
Yeah.
But now I've seen that this man is really he fought against his party structure to support P2B from the LP candidates, and the least we can do is to give him that backing. That's the least we can do. And he's also the most competent, in the race.
Okay. Now we're talking about Obi-Dient movement. Let us quickly review just briefly P2B's position again with respect to Obi-Dient movement. Then we'll be right back again to this discussion on the two candidates. Once more, let us quickly go back again and review, in case of those of you who are just joining this program, what Obi-Dient movement is all about and what P2B said. Then we narrow it down to Enugu State, two Obi-Dient candidates. Then also we talk about other places and the build-up of the election generally in Nigeria, what it is like. So I'll be right back. Don't go away.
He asked me now about issues of Lagos, and I've said there shouldn't be ethnic tension. People should go out and vote for Badebo. It's the right candidate. Like they go out and vote in other areas Even where I mentioned that if you have competent people in other parties, vote for them. Let me tell you in Enugu, let me start with the issue of Enugu. The issue of Enugu is because the Aisha Yusuf tweeted in support of Frank Mweke. Let me clarify to you now. The Obi-Dient movement are not necessarily Labour members. I have people who are supporting me today as a presidential candidate who have nothing to do with Labour Party. The members of the Obi-Dient family have their own choices. I can't question them. And a few of them, we're urging people to support. And where we're going to have partnership, like if you go to like Cross River State, where we have someone like Professor Simon or the Senator running under PDP, which is considered an excellent candidate. So we support them. For me, it is about having competent, credible people who have proven integrity and track record that can do well. It's not just about saying, oh, it must be Labour Party always. No. It is verifiable and straightforward. Chijioke Edonga is our candidate. And that I stand with.
We are welcome back again. We are still on Political Review and we are live. The topic we're talking about is who is actually obedient. We're looking at Enugu State, where you have two obedient candidates, where one is of the Labour Party and the other one is of the APOGA. Then P2B have highlighted that obedient movement transcends beyond Labour Party. That obedience are free to elect beyond Labour Party. Those who have character, those who have the competence to deliver good governance for the people. These are the obedient candidates. These are the people that obedience should be looking out for. And he highlighted on Enugu State. Enugu State, from what I published before, even Aisha made the statement that we should vote beyond party lines when it comes to the obedient movement. Yes, APC and PDP, there are no options. If you are there and you say you're obedient, my dear, you are on your own. But if you are like from any other party that had not participated in the criminality, the corruption that had happened over the years in the name of governance in Nigeria, as long as you have not participated from that political party in any form or shape. Sometimes some of these guys are also from these parties, we can't avoid that, but you are not standing on the same platform, because when that platform, we know that that platform is evil and it cannot produce anything good. So you cannot be good and still be on that platform and expect the obedient movement to see you as obedient. So we're now focusing on Labour Party and any other party that is not APC or PDP. And we look at character, we look at principle of the person, we look at the antecedent of the person, we look at the capacity and the political will to discharge good governance for the people. That is what we are looking up to. And now Enugu State seems to be in the limbo. Enugu State seems to be in a state of confusion. Who should we vote for? Is it Labour Party or APOGA? APOGA candidate, people, they believe, is more obedient than that of the Labour Party candidate. We have Queen in the studios. Queen, you're welcome to the program. What is your take on what we are talking about? Queen, you can unmute yourself.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening. Go on.
Okay, yes, you have highlighted everything. Like you said, P2B said, the Obedient movement is not about party. So we are actually looking at competence. We are looking at personality. We are looking at someone who is going to deliver.
All right.
And my little research, the Labour Party candidate, people say that he was one time a commissioner and he did nothing when he was a commissioner. He actually did nothing when he was a commissioner. So people are really not interested.
Queen, can you just hang on
Yes.
for a second? Let us take a caller from outside, and also
Okay.
just hang on.
All right.
Let us quickly take this one. I'll be right back with
All
you.
right. All right.
Okay, I think I think the person is going to call back again. Continue, Queen.
So, like I said, I did a little research about the Labour Party candidate. It was said he was a one-time commissioner and he did absolutely nothing. So they don't want such incompetence. The Obedient movement, they actually prefer candidate in Enugu State.
All right.
And it's a welcome development because, like I said in my former video, I don't want this movement to be about emotion. It don't have to be about emotion. It has to be about the right thing. We need to get it right. People that represent us, people that have the interest of the people they want to represent at heart. Enugu State is a very big state to be in the hands of God.
Okay, Queen, let us quickly
God.
take this call just in a minute. Let us bring in Honorable Onyebuchi Okpara Ojemba. Good evening. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you, comrade. Thank you. Good afternoon from here.
Good afternoon to you, or good evening from here.
Thank you, comrade.
So, go on. What's your take on what we're talking about?
Yes, my brother